Alright, so this is an interview from TOAC featuring the one and only JKI, the chosen one. Introduce yourself, man.
Yo, it's JKI, chosen one, or you can call me Dago, Place on whatever one you want to go out for. Peace and love to y'all, man. Peace and love.
So where you from?
Originally, I was born in San Diego, California. Being a Navy brat, moved around a lot, so where I say is I grew up a lot in California and Baltimore. So those are like the two homes of mine, honestly.
Okay, how you feel about VA?
Man, VA is beautiful, man. I always say that California gave birth to me, Baltimore raised me, Virginia made me. You know what I mean? Came here, I was very, I didn't know what I wanted to do, a lot of different things, but Virginia kind of grew me the fuck up, made me a man. So I really appreciate Virginia for that. I really do.
Alright, so with you moving around and being a quote-unquote Navy brat, how exactly did that affect your social side growing up? And how exactly did you have to balance that with putting yourself on a platform and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, there's people in my face.
Yeah.
There's people trying to comment here and do this and try this. What all did you have to do?
Well,
and how did it affect you?
My social life, man, I never got attached to people a lot because I was always moving around. So I was always able to adapt to my environment and understand how to deal with people in the sense of, appreciate them for who they are, but also kind of just know that you always got to be able to be willing to pick your stuff up and leave. So how did it come to me being on platforms, talking to different people, working with all this? What I'll say is, man, it worked very well for me because I'm used to it. I'm used to always meeting a new person, talking to a new person, learning how to adapt to them, learning how to conversate with them, get things across. So with music was my get out. Music was my way to express everything that I felt because I grew up by myself pretty much. I grew up growing, I grew up living, going out in the streets and just understanding everything around me, kind of like self-teaching myself. Pop's always out to sea, mom had a job, a lot of different things going on, you know what I mean? So it affected me very big because at first I always liked to be alone. I didn't know how to juggle relationships. So after a while, I just knew how to have a business relationship, hi, bye, talk about what we need to talk about, speak on stuff, enjoy the moments, but then be able to be like, all right, cool, never see you again. So that's why I said Virginia made me, because Virginia gave me a way of understanding how to have long-lasting relationships. So yeah, that's how everything affected me for real.
So when you came to VAs, when you're saying you discovered
myself, yes. Like when I came to VA, it was like it was a moment where I was fighting all the time. I was doing a bunch of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? I was all over the place. It was just like a hit and miss, Darius. You know what I mean? You see Jay when you see Jay, and if you see Jay, enjoy him while he's there, because when he's gone, you ain't gonna see him for a while. I never really kept in touch with people because I never had a reason to. You know what I mean? I was always taught to pack. You'd be able to leave and let go of everything in 10 seconds. As I was always taught. So when I came to VA, it was like I was actually secluded, able to calm down and actually understand people. Because most of the time, how I learned people was through movies. You know what I mean? Like, movies was like my biggest pet peeves of understanding people and knowing how people work. I was like a robot, you know what I mean? Didn't really have feelings. So coming to VA, it made me understand how to deal with people, who to keep around me. I made a lot of mistakes with that, but I gotta say, man, the team that I got now, the people I have around me now, positive energy, so all the mistakes that came with that is growth.
So when did you discover JKI and Dago Peso? And what is that story? What made you say, cool beat, let me write to it? Like, where did that come from?
Oh, man, when I was younger, 7 years old, man, I started, before that, I used to watch Men in Black. My mom would put that on for me every day, and I would sing the fucking song and do the same choreograph Will Smith did the whole time. I had it down to like a science. But that started off a lot of stuff, and I used to always be in church singing. But then my uncle Tut, man, shout out to him, man. He was dope. He was dope with the pen. Dope with the pen. And my brother was dope with just freestyling. So I kind of got around them and just started doing that a lot. And then one day, I just remember hearing a beat, and that was the first time I ever rapped, and it was a freestyle. And my brother, he was doing freestyle of the weeks on his phone, like how MTV Jams would do Jam of the Week. And I remember I won. And I thought, man, I won because I'm your little brother. He's like, nah, that thing was crazy. So after that, I just started writing because I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to speak the way I wanted to get all the words out, so because nobody would listen. So I remember one day I just heard the beat. The first beat I ever heard that I wrote to was was a Drake beat. It was Fireworks. That's the first beat I ever wrote to, and I wish I still had that verse, but that was the beginning. And JKI came from my cousin. God rest his soul. He went missing, and we figured out he died like a year later. He used to always tell me, he said, man, you are so judgmental, but then you kind-hearted, but then you so fucking indecisive. You don't know what you want to do. So I remember him always saying that to me all the time. So I just came up with JKI. I know it's kind of corny, but it just was a remembrance of my cousin. And Dago Peso, Ken, me talking to Ken all the time, him knowing me from Dago, he'd be like, yo, Dago Peso. So it kind of started being a moniker because people started calling me Dago Peso. So that's how the name came apart, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So is there a difference between JKI, the chosen one, and Dago Peso?
There's a big difference. JKI is it's a part of me that, I don't want to sound crazy, but it's a part of me that's on a higher scale. Like, it thinks about life in an entirety, wants to change the world, wants to become something that can be an influence to everyone around me, brimming with knowledge. That's JKI. JKI is always trying to. It always seems like with JKI, it's like he's still trying to get to the best him he could ever be. Dago Peso is like, fuck you, fuck everything you know. Dago Peso has an attitude. He's very all over the place. When I'm in that mode, I don't really care. It's just about, at that moment in time, I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to let you feel all the anger that I've been feeling that I've never let out. So, that's the difference between them.
So, with you being on a platform, you have fans now, especially building with TOAC. Mm-hmm. You're getting random people here and there. Yeah. And, gratitude kind of skyrocketed unexpectedly. When you posted that, I'll never forget that. You posted that, and we was in the studio. Yeah. You was sitting in that chair. We all like, yo, just post it. You like, man, I don't want to post it. He's like, nah, just post it. How did that affect you when you saw the reaction you got from everyone?
What's crazy is, man, like, that's the best song I've ever wrote to this day. And it came from just, how I felt at that moment of time with a female. Still love her to death. But how it affected me was, I didn't know that writing a song like that would have so many people text me, call me, see me when they see me and be like, yo, like, I felt that shit. Like, I'm going through the same thing right now. Like, oh man, like, bro, it puts everything into perspective for me. And I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. Like, I didn't expect that song to blow up. It blew up so fast. It was like, oh shit. That's why I put it under the couch and I finally stopped bullshitting. Because, you know what I mean? I just like writing music for me. I ain't like giving it out to the world. But it was like, after Gratitude came out and it did what it did, it was just like, oh shit, well, fuck it. Here goes the neighborhood. I gotta do what I gotta do. So it became real.
So I know that you're already a very confident person for the most part. Mm-hmm. Seeing your views and all of that skyrocket, did that boost it up more and just like motivate you to want to write more?
No. Honestly, what it did for me was it made me understand that, okay, you can't be selfish. You can't. Some people got to hear some stuff, and they got to hear, they want to hear what you got to say. So it was like, it didn't boost my confidence, it just made me understand that it gave me a reassurance in myself that you're writing something that makes sense. You're writing something that has quality and it has a presence to it. So it just made me go, you know what, F that. Let me keep on going. Because if you want to hear me out, I want you to be able to put your feet in my shoes and walk and feel the same thing I was going through, but I want it to be so broad to where it's like I might be rapping about my personal experience, but you can still be like, take me out of the equation and put yourself in the equation like you're rapping it. I want you to be the artist.
Okay, with that being said, me being behind the scenes, I get to see the wonderful creations,
Indeed.
being a little bystander, doing the photography, videography, so on and so forth. I've seen a lot of recordings and writings, freestyling, all of that. What exactly can the fan base expect from JKI?
Well, what you can expect from me is that, man, if you expecting me to be on some, what I'll say about me is I'm trying to connect with you in a spiritual sense. I'm trying to connect with you all the way through. I want to be 100% connected with you in any way possible. I remember Nas saying that he used to be on trains and he could look in people's eyes and the eyes told stories and he would write them. I didn't understand what that meant till I started getting older and I still see. I always knew it, but I started seeing it in people's eyes. And you can see their stories. And sometimes you can just bump past me or I can talk to you for 5 minutes and you don't even know you created a whole song for me in my head. So what you can expect from me is off the wall, everywhere. Just, I'm going to continue to drop content that's going to make you think for a second. I just wanted to make you think for 4 minutes. 4 minutes to put yourself in a place where you go into a solitude, isolational place, and you look at yourself and go, I want to put that mirror to your face and make you look at yourself and see what you can do better. Not what is wrong with you, but what you can.
I know T. Cole is supposed to be coming out. I'm excited about that one. I know a lot of the fans are, especially with that promo with the graphics that Ken did. It was great. That's also expected from that tape also?
T. Cole is going to give you...
What does that mean?
Take care of yourself. Where it came from was I was sick. My heart was giving out on me. I was dealing with a heart problem. It was just having so much stress on my body, not taking care of a lot of things, a lot of deaths happening. You know what I mean? And that was a monumental point because I was close to the brink of it. So I remember, like I said, the one I made gratitude about, the last thing she said to me before she had to find herself, she said, take care of yourself. And I took it as, okay, that's, so you, all right, fuck it then, all right, cool. But as time has gone on, I had to understand, take care of yourself. It was, first the tape was thought about people leaving me, but then I started to look at the tape as me leaving people behind. So take T-Coy, take care of yourself. It's just a moniker of someone being able to put themselves in a place where the sounds and everything you hear, my voice, everything, I want you to be able to, I want it to be a healing tape. I want it to be a guideline to how to find yourself and be happy and be kind and do what you want to do and not feel like you're shackled to anything. Fly, in a sense, yeah.
So in conclusion, with you being on a platform and everything, what exactly do you have to say for TOAC Studios? What all do you want to say to your family, your friends as you're going on in this journey? Especially with the new year coming in, 2018, the enemies, the haters, everybody. What all do you want to say?
Well, honestly, what I want to say is, man, the team that I have is amazing. Every day they challenge me to be better. I have all of y'all, man, to thank because y'all got me through life. Ken gave me something to believe in again, gave me life again. I was dying, you know what I mean? So him bringing his tape to me just to want me to be putting my hands on it to figure out what to do with it is just fucking dope. And then dealing with you and the videos and meeting Napa Ali, meeting Hood Hippie Sleeves, it changed my life because it made me feel like, dang, okay, people believe in the dream just as much as I believe in the dream. Now I got to work to do it. You know what I mean? And to the dudes, that I don't mess with no more, that I'm not cool with no more, that was a part of our last conjunction, no hatred to them at all. Like even though I feel some resentment towards some of them sometimes, it's more of a simple fact that is, man, I feel resentment because we could have did something big, but you know what I mean, paths don't always add up the same way. You gotta let it go, charge it up to the game, do what you gotta do. To my family, man, my mom got me through a lot of shit coming back. We didn't have a relationship, but now we built a great one, so I appreciate you for that. I love you, Mom. Pops, you already know you taught me how to be a man. You always told me it takes a lifetime to establish yourself as a man, because there's levels to this shit. My sister, my brother, I love y'all. We're going to continue to grow. And to my niece. I'm going to make sure you're okay. We ain't watching Paw Patrol no more. But we're going to be all right. You know what I mean? And to everybody else's family in TLC, Temple on the Cloud means everything to me. I put my life on the line for this. Like, and that might sound crazy to people, but it really means something to me. So for everyone in here, y'all are my brothers, y'all my sisters, y'all my family. So with everything that I have, I will sacrifice everything that I have to make sure everyone else is okay. And that's my story. That's everything about me, the background that you need to know.
Okay, this was an exclusive interview, the first one for JKI, the chosen one. Well, actually, the second. The second one for JKI, the chosen one. It was great interviewing with you. Beautiful. It was great to do work with you again, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
Yeah.
All right.
On the cloud.
Peace.